Creating conversational sentences with past continuous tense. More conversation with past continuous tense. Conversation 1.
Hey, what were you doing last night around 9 p.m.?
I was watching a movie with some friends. How about you?
I was working on a project for my class. While I was typing, my computer suddenly froze.
Oh no, that sounds frustrating. Did you manage to fix it?
Yeah, after a while, I restarted it and everything was fine. While it was rebooting, I was making some tea to relax.
That's a relief. So, as you were making tea, did you hear about the news on TV?
Actually, I wasn't paying attention to the TV. While the water was boiling, I was checking my messages on my phone.
Got it. Well, after I finished the movie, I was feeling pretty tired, so I went to bed.
Sounds like a nice way to end the evening. While you were sleeping, I was browsing the internet for some new recipes.
Oh, any interesting ones you found?
Yeah. I came across a recipe for a Mediterranean pasta salad that looked amazing. While I was reading the ingredients, I realized I didn't have some of them, so I made a shopping list.
Nice. Did you end up going shopping today?
Yeah, I went earlier this morning. While I was walking through the supermarket, I saw they had a sale on fresh produce, so I picked up some extra fruits and veggies.
That's a good find. Well, while you were shopping, I was at the gym, working out.
You're so disciplined. While you were at the gym, I was just starting to prepare the ingredients for that pasta salad. It's going to be delicious.
It sounds like you've had a busy and productive day so far. Can't wait to try that salad.
Thanks. It's been a pretty eventful day. And I'm looking forward to enjoying the salad too.
Conversation 2.
Hey, what were you up to yesterday afternoon?
I was attending a painting workshop at the community center. While I was working on a landscape painting, I realized how much I enjoy being creative.
That sounds like a lot of fun. While you were at the workshop, I was taking my dog for a long walk in the park.
Nice. Did you meet anyone interesting at the park?
Yeah. I ran into my old neighbor while I was walking. We ended up chatting for a while and catching up.
It's always nice to reconnect with old friends. Well, while you were catching up, I was finishing up my painting and adding some final touches.
I'd love to see how it turned out sometime. While you were painting, I was heading to the grocery store to buy ingredients for dinner.
What did you end up making?
I decided to make a homemade lasagna. While it was baking in the oven, I was setting the table and preparing a salad.
Yum. While you were getting dinner ready, I was unwinding by reading a book I've been enjoying.
Sounds like a relaxing way to end the day. Well, after dinner, I was watching a movie that I've been wanting to see for a while.
It sounds like both of us had enjoyable afternoons and evenings. Conversation 3.
How was your weekend trip to the mountains?
It was incredible. While we were hiking up the trail, we saw a family of deer in their natural habitat.
That must have been a beautiful sight. While you were hiking, I was attending a music festival in the city.
Oh, who performed at the festival?
There were several bands, but the highlight was a local indie band that played some amazing songs. While they were performing, I was dancing with my friends.
That sounds like a blast. Well, while you were dancing, we reached the mountain peak and enjoyed a breathtaking view.
I'm a bit jealous. While you were taking in the view, I was trying some delicious street food from different vendors at the festival.
Street food can be so tasty. While you were enjoying the food, we started our descent and saw a stunning sunset on the horizon.
Wow, that must have been a magical moment. Well, after the festival, I was heading home and relaxing with a good book.
Sounds like a perfect way to unwind. While you were reading, we were setting up camp and starting a bonfire to stay warm.
Your weekend sounds like a true adventure. Well, after I finished my book, I was just getting ready for bed.
Both of us had quite eventful weekends in our own ways. Conversation 4.
Hey, what were you doing when the power went out last night?
I was cooking dinner in the kitchen. While I was chopping vegetables, suddenly all the lights went off.
That sounds like quite a surprise. While you were dealing with the power outage, I was watching a movie on my laptop.
Lucky you. I had to find some candles and finish cooking on the gas stove. While I was doing that, the power came back on.
Timing couldn't have been better. Well, after the movie, I was reading a novel until I fell asleep.
While you were lost in your book, I was enjoying a candlelit dinner. It felt oddly cozy without the usual distractions.
It's funny how unexpected situations can create unique experiences. While you were having your candlelit dinner, I was dreaming about being in a far-off land.
Haha, sounds like we had quite the eventful evening. Conversation 5.
How was your weekend at the beach?
It was fantastic. While I was lying on the sand, I was listening to the sound of the waves crashing.
That sounds so relaxing. While you were at the beach, I was attending a photography workshop in the city.
Did you learn anything interesting?
Definitely. While I was experimenting with different camera settings, I discovered some creative techniques for capturing light and shadows.
That sounds like a valuable experience. Well, while you were learning about photography, I was building sandcastles with some kids on the beach.
That's adorable. While you were building sandcastles, I was exploring the tide pools and spotting some colorful sea creatures.
Exploring tide pools can be so fascinating. Well, later in the evening, while you were exploring, I was watching the sunset over the ocean.
While you were watching the sunset, I decided to try my hand at surfing for the first time. It was both thrilling and challenging.
Wow, you're brave. While you were riding the waves, I was enjoying a seafood dinner at a local restaurant by the shore.
It sounds like we both had memorable experiences over the weekend.
Conversation 6.
How did your day go yesterday?
It was quite busy. While I was finishing up a report at work, my colleagues were preparing for a presentation.
Teamwork in action. While your colleagues were prepping for the presentation, I was picking up my kids from school.
Family time is important. While you were with your kids, I was attending the presentation and answering questions from the team.
How did it go?
It went well. While I was discussing the project, you were probably making dinner.
That's correct. While I was cooking, I received a call from a friend inviting us to a last-minute barbecue.
Spontaneous plans can be fun. While you were at the barbecue, I was unwinding by going for a jog in the park.
It sounds like we both had quite the active day.